In this video, we're going to look at the meter2 desktop bill comparison function. You can see in front of the error screen in two halves, and in the bottom right hand corner you can see some statistics for added, deleted and changed. And the principle is we're going to load each side of this screen with an instance of a particular estimate. So it may be an estimate that's been copied to create a second estimate, and we can compare the changes and the differences between the two. It may be an estimate and a cloud backup. It may be two cloud milestones. The combinations are up to the user, but to take full advantage, we need to have them all come from the same source, because as you will be familiar as an experienced user of the software, we use GUIDs throughout the software to compare, contrast and match information. So it's really important that our source of information is based upon the same project detail. To begin the bill comparison process, we need to load both sides with relevant estimates. So we're going to go to a desktop estimate here. We're going to load what's called the original cost plan. So this is the original piece of information. On the right hand side, on the comparison side, we're going to go and find the peer-reviewed version. Now the history of this is that the original cost plan was copied and sent to the reviewer so that we know that they both come from the same source. And immediately, if we look on the bottom right hand corner, now the statistics are full: 178 new items, 10 removed, 118 changed. So now we want to compare and contrast the information. And the way we do that is we use colours. So here we can see our first change, which is a blue colour. Now I know that blue is a change, and I know that because we can add two extra columns. One here to indicate changed items, and one to indicate items that have been added. And if we use the meter2 grid, we can bring all of the added items together, and we realise that the added items are green. And on the original copy, the copy that we're comparing against, we have an extra column called deleted and changed rather than added. So this time, if I sort them into added, we can see that the deleted items are red, added are green, and blue for the changed items. So that's how we distinguish our information. Now that we understand the information that the colours convey, it's simply a matter of scrolling through the bill of quantities, and as we come across our changed items, trying to reconcile the change. So in this case here, we've already spotted 25 has got some changes. If I double click 25, then what the software will do is bring into view the original 25, which is why the items must come from the same source, because then the background information to match these two items is pertinent. So now we can see that the original item 25 was excavated material off-site, 47 cube, £35. It's possible to look deeper into the information. Now we've visually spotted the difference, but if we do a right mouse, we have an opportunity here to view the dimensions. So what we can see side by side are the dimensions from the original cost plan and the dimension from the peer-reviewed cost plan. And thankfully here we can see the changes because we've got some extra annotation. So there's extra width in the plant room here, and it looks like all the depths have changed to accommodate new information by the looks of it. So we can see why that's happened. And if we continue to scroll through, we can scroll down here, and what we know, because we've got some green items, is that they're new items. So our navigation method isn't going to work because it can't match an item in the left hand side that doesn't exist. So the trick here is to find the one that's nearest to it, bring that one forward, and then we can start to see what's what's actually going on in terms of the information. So the underpinning has changed here. So an item has been removed and several items have been introduced. Finally, we can take a look at the view item function. We tend to use the view item function to show us the information that's available to a row above and below a row. If we look here, we've sorted all of our information so the deleted items have all come to the top. Puts them out of context a little bit. So if we were to do a view item on our earthwork support there, we could see that the earthwork support has the following parent descriptions. So it gives us the opportunity to put that information into context regardless of how the data has actually been sorted in the grid. Using the features demonstrated, we've got ample functionality to enable detailed analysis of estimates as they progress through the Meter 2 desktop software.